Hi, welcome to another video. We're getting ready to do our July reads, and instead of doing a TBR jar this time around, I decided that I was going to let my daughter pick my books for July because her birthday is in July. You're going to be like, what, 19?
No, I'm going to be 20.
Oh my gosh.
I'm 19 right now.
Someone give me my cane. I need my cane. My oldest is going to be 20. She's going to pick 6 of them.
Okay.
And I'm really excited because I've gotten a bunch of new books and there's so many that I want to read. And so I can't even begin to choose. So I'm going to make it her problem. So have at it. Pick the first book.
Okay. I'm just going to go to the closest pile that there is here.
Yeah, I did pull all of my books that I haven't read yet off of the shelf and put them closer for her to where she can look through them.
Oh, it's all the way back here. Some of the books do it where it's like the first page, but this one is like all the way right here for the description.
All the books I've read have them on the back.
Hey, the one random book I picked up at Walmart that one time where I'm like, this looks interesting. It was inside the book.
Okay, and to her defense, she's not a book reader. She's a manga reader.
Yes.
Put a like down below if you would like her to start a YouTube channel all about the manga she reads, because I think that would be fun.
I don't even read that much manga, mainly because...
You might if you had a YouTube channel.
That, and maybe because someone's having fun with getting books.
I have no idea who she's talking about.
One of the things that you don't know about her is that all of these books right here are not all the books that she has. When we lived somewhere else, she had like basically a half library that she turned her office into, and the one person that was only strong enough to move those books were my dad.
With the help of your uncle.
With the help of my uncle, yeah. But now with Uncle not living close by, Dad's gonna have to move everything.
Yeah, we're gonna need a couple forklifts. Most of my books are in storage, but when we move, because eventually we're gonna buy a place, basically turn one of the rooms into pretty much a library. And then I want to do a video with you guys just talking about all of my favorite old books. Because I've been around the sun a few times, and I've been a book reader since I was like 7, so I have a lot of books.
I love how this starts with she gets kidnapped. I'm also gonna try to read only a little bit of the description so that way this video doesn't end up super long, but this one I almost read the whole description. I did actually read the whole description practically because this one kind of seemed interesting.
That's okay. It's called a book editor, so to them it'll be 5 seconds. For us it'll be like all day.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're probably gonna end up making clips of my face going as I'm reading the stories.
You know I will.
Yeah, this one I find really cute because, like, look at the paper right here. Like, that's really cool how it's got like a whole other pattern to it. I love it when books do that, and it's all the way around too.
Yeah, they've started doing that more and more, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. It's giving Medusa vibes.
Don't look at it, you'll turn into stone.
This is also interesting how it's pure white and also green as well, so. And now it's suddenly really silent.
Yep. Edit scene 2.
This is also really pretty too. Like, I love how they're putting like little pretty stuff in here. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of your cover books of these new ones that you pull down here are really pretty, in my opinion. I should actually dig out one of the ones that you recently just got, because I read a little bit with this one when they were getting groceries out, and this sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to put this one on.
That one I just bought today. And a little story about that. I went to the store yesterday and I had enough money to just buy 2 books. They were the last ones on the shelf. So I purchased those 2. But this one was also the last one on the shelf at Walmart. So I hid it behind a bunch of other like bigger books and stuff like that. And when I came back today, it was still there. And I was like, whew, because we're the only Walmart in our area for, I think if we were to drive to another place to reach a different Walmart, we'd have to drive 4 hours. No, I think there's one up somewhere else that's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours would be the quickest drive to get to another Walmart.
The longest drive is to Costco. That's the longest drive.
No, that's 2.5 hours.
Oh, but still.
Yeah.
I love how it's like they're cruel magical offsprings. Just call them evil demigods.
Right.
Her mother suddenly disappeared. Oh! Dangerous secret about her past. Is she also an offspring of a god? I call it now. You romancing death or something?
Hey, you know what? There's ones out there where they're literally romancing death.
Really pretty. I like how it's got pink.
Yeah. I like the pinks and the blues.
Yes. This one right here sounds like it's a Cinderella story.
Yeah, it's like a Cinderella retelling.
We already got 4 set on the side. We haven't even gone through the second stack.
She's got to pick 6 books out of like 21. And that was just picking the next book in some of my series too.
Okay, I read that wrong. I thought on was of, so I'm like, of wings, of blood. Why is there 2 ofs?
Of ofs.
Of ofs.
It's the book of ofs.
No, it's on wings of blood. I like how it has a little dragon in here. Oh, it's an academy. The first word academy. Love is a dangerous game. I mean, it always is a dangerous game. I didn't sign up for this. So it's another academy thingy. So much academy stuff. This is also kind of a cool little thing too. It's really whitewashing it because of the white though. So, wild eyes, and there's lips. Okay. There's, like, a peak of lips right there, too.
There's lips everywhere.
How is this wild eyes if it's lips?
There should be wild lips.
As a cart-tapping country singer, ooh. Recent streak of bad press. It's hard for Skylar Stone to find any peace, but she finds it in Rose Hill with a little boy and a little girl who steal her heart just as thoroughly as their dad. Ooh.
It's a single daddy trope.
Yeah, okay. That goes off to the side. Old moth, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other different cover thing, so it's like, this one you can take the cover off of it. Now let's see, does this have it? Yeah, see? This has the description inside the book. I'm not nuts. It also has one at the back. Enemies to lovers. Doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter. Oh. Falling in love. Interesting. I don't need to read much else with that. It's just like, okay.
Enemies to lovers, witch hunter.
Yeah, okay. It makes sense why it says hunter on there.
You have 5. You need 1 more.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Well, those are still, like, not possible. Who knows? They might end up getting changed. I know for a fact that the ones that I have put in here, I have 2 solid ones that I'm sure that you're going to read, but the others, I'm unsure. They might get changed.
It's like a roulette.
It is like a roulette. This has a sticker on it. No.
I know, and they're impossible to get off, so I just leave them.
I've heard that there's like this gadget out there that's meant to take stickers off of books like super easily. You might want to see if you can find that.
Yeah, because
and if you guys know what the name of it is, because I completely forgot it, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, please.
Like,
I have a lot of stickers on a lot of books that I would like to get off.
Holy description.
Holy small words.
That's a lot of... I need glasses to read these.
This is one of the ones I got yesterday that I absolutely had to get because it was the last one there. And the funny thing is when I showed up at Walmart today, they had another one. I'm starting to think that the workers just go and put one out every single day.
Well, it probably makes people want to take them a lot quicker, so...
Oh, that could be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the last one. We better pick it up. It worked for me.
I don't want to see story.
See! There once was a ship that went to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea.
Something captain and went after this
blah diddy blah blah blah.
I can't remember. Anyways, this is a really pretty cover. And also, it's got it's got words in here. Let them take me. That's concerning. It's got really pretty roses, though. It can't be that bad, right? Wow. What if you compare?
I was just looking at that. I was like, you think that's weird font? Just wait until you're...
Like, look how different this is. This one's description. This one's description. Two different descriptions. Hey, this one I can kind of read. It's kind of cursive, but what the heck? There's a skull on here.
A skull and the stars.
Yeah, a skull of the and a ship? I think that's a ship. The first words, I let him place his hands on either side of my head. Okay, this is, why is the description as something scene?
She hasn't read a lot of romance books yet, you guys, so
No.
that was making her blush, like, yeah.
No, I just don't want to read anymore. This is very basic, and it kind of reminds me of, like, just from the cover, it instantly reminds me of one of the books that she was reading. It might be from one of the series, but that skater, that skater.
Yeah, this is actually book 2 to that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
Icebreaker was book 1, this is book 2.
Okay, that makes sense. Is it
The
two-
Maple Hills series.
Is it always new people?
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's basically about a hockey team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, making the tower dangerous.
Yeah, don't drop my books.
I need to fix the tower. It's all weird. I'm making Jenga over here. There we go. This is another pretty little picture right here, too. Why am I doing FMAR, people? Don't laugh. Quiet. Silence. There you go.
Hey, the book smells good.
It does smell good. Anyways.
Right?
A fate linked in blood.
Inked in blood.
Oh, inked in blood. Linked sounds
Linked.
better.
A fate linked in
Yeah,
blood.
the Sage of the Unfated Book 1. Oh my gosh, it's bigger than the other description from before. Side-by-side editing? And more words.
More words.
I'm trying to read the description so that way I don't end up giving her something like just going like, I like that cover, read this. So like I'm someone who wants to read the descriptions because
Well, and not
why
to
not?
mention a lot of these covers are nice, so you can't always
Yeah.
just pick based on the cover.
I know, right? If I had to pick by the cover, you would end up reading all of these.
Yeah.
Racing horses and holding grudges. another pretty book.
And it's got a receipt in it.
Yeah, it's got a receipt in it. You want the receipt? There
Yes.
you go. How'd that get in there? Born to rule, blessed by fire, broken by desire. That's the only description back here. Oh, that's because the actual description's inside the book.
Hey, you know what? 90% of them have been on the back, okay?
Fair enough. Why? The cover doesn't want to stay. Now, this one, I think books need to do stuff like this more. The actual cover isn't plastic. It's
It's the actual book.
the actual book. And I think they need to do that more. Yes, I'm someone who listens to SMARs. It sounds awesome. Like, the sound of hairbrushes is, like, my favorite thing out of everything. Or, like, just tapping like this.
It bugs me.
So, I like it. That sound of
I would not be able to sleep. I like silence when I'm sleeping. Although, I sleep with a fan, so I guess not complete silence. I like white noise, I think is what they call it.
Yeah. It's called white noise.
I have to sleep with white noise.
The complete silence while I'm trying to read this is just, it's awkward.
Don't worry about it. Edit.
It's still awkward. This is another cool little thing. Like, I like when they show that the main characters are here and it's such a simple art style. It's like flipped for you guys, but...
Beneath the stands.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part of the Sugar Lake series.
Things change when a sister's best friend is now in the school and becomes a manager teacher. Like... That's definitely wanting for disaster. Now, I know this is probably going to be very inappropriate to show this, so I'm not going to show it.
Why? It's just two hands holding.
Okay, fair enough. It kind of, but I saw it differently.
Okay, yeah, it's just two
If
hands
you guys
holding.
have dirty minds, you might see what I might have thought.
I have a dirty mind and I didn't see it.
Do I need to spell it out for you and you could just edit it out?
Oh, goodness. No. No, I know what she thought she saw.
That took you way too long!
You don't have a dirty mind. You have a I don't know what you'd call it. Dark, dirty mind.
Sorry, I saw the tattoo on this hand and I went, I like tattoos. Okay, leave me alone. Hey, Scarlet.
Nope.
The Scarlet with 2 T's. Let me know if you guys spell Scarlet with 1 T or 2 T's. I spell it with 1 T. Also, water. Water page.
Water page.
So she's on a recovery from an injury and almost ended her career. And she has no time for feelings or relationships. At least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, and all around golden boy, Lucas. Like, yeah, that lets you know that completely went different. It does sound interesting. I'm liking the names of the people and all of this. So it's a romance powerhouse. And another one says, I'm obsessed. So, yeah. I'm moving up a little bit. Boing. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6. Look at that.
Hey, yeah.
I read half through of them really quickly, and it hasn't even been an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways.
so then here's the books we have. Let me see one of them.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen, a Wolves of Ruin novel. Only the worthy survive. She'll risk everything to be one of them. So she gets kidnapped. Her sister gets kidnapped, and in order to try to get her, she joins the army, ends up getting trained with dire wolves, seeing that this is like the only way that she's going to be able to find her sister, I guess. And so now she's going to have to fight to survive for the next 4 months of training at the castle if she wants a chance at finding her sister. So she ends up being bound to a feral dire wolf who refuses to communicate. And a lot of the other trainees don't like her because of her common blood. And it seems like the romance is going to be with a instructor, Stark Therian, who is as malicious as the wolves themselves. Okay, so that's one of the books.
Here's a little princess
Okay.
story for you.
Yep.
I'll take this one back.
Yeah, and this is My Dark Desire. This is the Cinderella retelling. This had been on my TBR at another point in time, several months back, more towards the beginning of the year, and I just never got around to it because it was one of those months where I just didn't get a chance to read all my books. So I am looking forward to trying to get that in this month, for the month of January. But it's like she was tasked to sneak in and steal back up her pendant and then slip out. But unfortunately, an unattainable bachelor catches her and decides he wants to keep her as the help. Mm. I may be Cinderella, but Zachary's son is not my Prince Charming. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's definitely going to be kind of some enemies to lovers in here, possibly.
The main reason why I picked it wasn't because...
Start of every chapter is black.
Wasn't because it was like enemies to lovers kind of vibe. I chose it because, well, that could be like, random thing, because she noticed that 2 pages are black.
Chapter.
Yeah, what could be happening with that one is how in some manga, Solo Leveling, whenever it was like, and a couple others, whenever it was a thought bubble or like a pass kind of thing, it would turn the pages pure black. Here you go.
Okay. And then we've got Wild Eyes, which is a Rose Hill book by Elsie Silver, and I'm actually really excited to read this one because this book is the older brother and his kids and a country singer. Yeah. And so
it's a sequel, but it's also kind of not, because it's kind of like,
yeah, it's part of a series.
It's
the Rose
kind of
Hill
like
series.
The Icebreaker one that we picked up earlier, where it's like one person gets together at the end of the book and then it goes to the next people for the next book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're standalone couple series.
Yep.
So
don't know if manga took that ideal or if they took it from manga.
They
but
took
I'm-
it from manga.
Yeah, probably.
Books have been around a lot longer than manga.
Yeah.
A lot longer.
Okay, what other one did we not say? I think this one we didn't say.
Okay, and then Story of My Life. This is another one that has been on my TBR that I just didn't get a chance to, and I was bummed out because you guys know how much I love Lucy Score. She's one of my all-time favorite authors, and I love all of her books. And
I actually remember when you came home with that book.
yeah, and it's like, what's more inspiring to a rom-com author than a hot, grumpy contractor literally knocking down walls? So it's all about a girl who is feeling pressure from her editor to do another book, but she's having problems, kind of like writer's block. So she moves herself to a small little town and ends up living in this rundown. Yeah, she ends up living in this rundown place that needs renovation. So she hires a contractor to come in and fix the repairs. Lo and behold, she gets a lot of inspiration from him. She finds him hot and, all these other yummy good things. And so then she kind of starts using him and their romance and everything like that as kind of an inspiration to help her finish her book. Something happens, like there's an animosity that happens between the two of them for whatever reason, but it kind of ends here with at least until she has to save the town, and Cam remembers exactly why he doesn't do relationships. So something in there happens, and I'm really curious what it is, but I'm here for books within books.
Books within books.
Yeah, she's a book author writing books, right? And you're reading about it. Okay, and then The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. And this is another one, like I said, I just bought this one today, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one.
I didn't fully open it, for the camera.
That.
Look at that. Pretty.
I think the cover is just black, but let's see. It's
no,
got a
they
little
actually
crest
put
on
little
it.
stuff on it, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the synopsis on this
I read the
is...
back one, so...
Yeah, Sybil Delling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. Like the other foundling girls who traded a decade of service for a home in the great cathedral, Sybil is a diviner. In her dreams, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as omens. From them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the Stonewater Kingdom's windswept moors and craggy mountains to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devishly handsome, the knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions. But when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answers she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. So this one sounds really good. And it says here on the side, it says, prepare to meet your obsession. I couldn't wait to buy because the minute I heard about it and people talked about it a little bit, I was like, yes, that is going on my list.
Yes. And that is back again. We have this one again.
And we have this one. Yay!
You're welcome.
This one, you guys know, I have been so worried about reading. It sounded so good. Everybody was wanting to read it. And then they read it and they were 1-starring it.
Oh!
Everybody's been 1-starring this book since reading it. Yeah.
It sounds interesting,
That's what everybody was saying, that it sounded interesting. It sounded good. Everyone was buying it because it sounded so amazing.
Yeah.
But what I guess I'm understanding, the part that is bugging everybody about this, and it's not really giving anything away, because again, I haven't read it, but apparently all of her trauma and everything that she's gone through, she's seeking therapy for it. And she's been seeking therapy for it for a while, but she meets him and then starts talking to him, and it's like suddenly he becomes her therapist and fixes all of her problems where an actual legit therapist couldn't do it. And for whatever reason, that's bugging people. So I'm only a little worried because I don't see that bothering me too much, because I mean, I was never seeing a therapist, but I had a lot of trauma growing up. And honestly, my husband was the one that got me through it. Like, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. So
Yeah, honestly, I could kind of see why they're a little bit upset because therapists are trained to help you with that stuff. But in this book series, it's like, oh, they couldn't do it though. Truth be told, it's not the therapist's fault if it didn't help. It's her fault for not expressing more of the issues that probably happened. That's probably more deep dive because there's only so much a therapist can do if you do not see them as like, what's a funny way to put this? Girl gossip friend.
Yes, there
if you
you
don't
go.
see them as like your bestie, like, oh, let's go get some tea and some boba and all. I've actually never had boba, but anyways, like let's go get our nails done and all this other stuff. If you do not see them as someone you can trust to vent to, of course, those therapists are not going to be able to help.
And I think some of the other things people are saying too is apparently they are, like they dated each other's friends or something at one point. And
Drama.
so they're, you know, some people are weirded out by that. And then apparently there's all this sexual tension where they decide to get together and decide that they're going to live out their sexual fantasies together.
Yes,
but then
I read that in the back, yeah.
But then apparently it never happens in the book. Like they talk about it and but it like never happens.
Yeah.
And people were really, I guess that was a big synopsis in the book that they were really looking forward to and couldn't wait to see. And like none of that was really what was in the book. But yeah, anyways, so this is book number 6. I had her pick 6 books, but depending on the month, you know, I always like to have, I try to read about 8 books. So this allows me 6 to read for sure, and then if I need a good mood read or something like that, then I can add another book in. So it works out perfect. Here you go.
Like, have them all look pretty.
So there you go.
There you go.
That's all 6 books. And I don't know what my mood read books will be. So, but for sure, there's those. And I have some other videos coming. I have a couple of vlog videos coming. So if you're new and you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing, sticking around, being book buddies with me. That's part of why I created this channel. I just wanted to get a community together of people who just love to read books and that we could chat with, because I really don't have that around here. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And my daughter, she's a manga reader. My husband, he doesn't really read books. Every once in a while he does. But I really don't have a lot of people to talk to about my books. So subscribe, you know, feel free to leave comments if you have any suggestions, maybe of a book that you didn't see us talk about or something that I don't have. Put it down in the description below. I'm always looking for new books and ideas for new books. And thank you guys so much for joining us today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Bye.